So the primary energy is talking about Aries, which is ruled by Mars. So this is all about taking action. And this is kind of a self-directed action. So you're not relying on others for their opinions or others to help you. With the Fool, it's kind of stepping into the unknown, having trust and faith in your own instincts. And with the Emperor, it's really building on your own abilities, on your own strengths, and knowing that you're capable. And the Emperor contains all the kings, so it's kind of a really strong energy. But then with the Nine of Wands, this is hard work, so this is kind of like you may have been waiting for a really long time to get this, or this might be something that you know you have to endure a lot of struggle or a lot of difficulties before you're able to get where you're going. And I wanted to clarify that. So we have two nines here, the Nine of Wands and the Hermit. And the Hermit talks about kind of going within, but it's also going at it alone. So this is a journey that you're having to kind of go through on your own. And maybe something to kind of be an antidote to that is by spreading loving energy, I attract more love. So if you're feeling like you're going at it alone for too long, or if you're feeling like you don't have anyone else to rely on for guidance or strength, possibly just kind of changing your energy, changing your vibration. Frequency is how we attract. So if you're attracting things that are negative into your existence, it's from your frequency. If you change your energy, change your frequency, you start to attract better things. In the midst of a meltdown, I breathe through the discomfort and come out the other side, the other end. I feel like that's a similar thing, but I really do feel that energy of the Hermit there, where the Hermit doesn't really talk about a meltdown, but it could just be like a precaution to a meltdown. So kind of knowing that you have to step away from something, knowing that you have to disconnect, knowing that you need some space and time to yourself before you engage again. And also the feeling of coming out the other side. Possibly this is like a long journey, like I said, with the Nine of Wands, and there's a feeling of needing to endure a bit longer. So just the emphasis here is on breathing. Try to flow, try to be comfortable, try to connect more with easier messages or easier energies around you. And I think this will step in really nicely here. Feeling lost. No focus or structure to guide you. Relax and let go of the struggle to work things out at this time. In this loose space, new ideas, new ways of being can take form. In this muddy ground, seeds germinate and new growth begins. So that really reminds me of like the Lotus, the whole spiritual story of the Lotus, which is the Lotus grows in the mud and then it grows towards the light through the struggle, through the journey, through the pain. That's how you come to enlightenment. I did have a really interesting discussion with a roommate about this once, where we were talking about Eckhart Tolle, and Eckhart Tolle wrote the book, The Power of Now. And this person was kind of saying that they just want to live the life of an enlightened person, so they're going to buy all these books and read them. And I was kind of trying to illustrate to them that if you don't go through these kinds of challenges in your own life, you're not really going to need to have enlightenment. Enlightenment is something that you're pushed towards, at least that's how I see it. So we have the fourth chakra, which is the heart chakra, and it's interesting coming out here with spreading loving energy. So if you connect with your heart, it's not only about love, right? The heart space isn't just about love. The heart space is also just about emotion and feeling and possibly allowing yourself to melt, like allowing some hardened part of yourself to melt. Sorry for the noise. Sorry for the background noise. So you're allowing some hardened part of yourself to melt so that you can start to feel again, so that you can unfreeze, right? Or thaw. So that will allow kind of new energies to come in. By allowing new energies to come in, you have more availability to change your frequency, because if you're changing your frequency out of this kind of idea of what it would be like to have different things in your life, or what it would be like to attract, like people who believe in like The Secret or the law of attraction or stuff like that, like I see validity in it, but the truth is, if you're not really healed, if you're not really healing, you're approaching it from a mindset of kind of material, like you're wanting an outcome, you're wanting to get somewhere. But this is a different energy. This is really about softening your heart so that you can start to feel again. And when you start to feel, your energy is dramatically changed just in that process. And you do get to kind of breathe and flow through the discomfort. Karmic imprints here, I had to look up, is actually the Devil card. So the Devil, I mean, I know that like there are certain cards that the minute that you say their name, people just kind of get uncomfortable, but the Devil is about our restrictions and restraints. It's all about the planet of Saturn. It's Capricorn. So where you are restricted, where you are restrained, often we need these kinds of boundaries and restrictions and restraints in order to control our responses, in order to achieve our goals, right? In order to avoid certain discomfort in our lives, we need certain boundaries and restraints. But it's interesting that it's called karmic imprints, because I think it takes it to a different place when it's involving karma. And the imprint that you leave, you know, may kind of influence others' karma as well. So that's talking a lot about responsibility is how I'm seeing it now. Like, yes, it's discipline, yes, it's restraint, but what is your responsibility to yourself and to the situation that you find yourself in? And how do you come from a place of love? How do you stay driven, just like an Aries, just like Mars, taking action, but always embodying love, always embodying an energy, a vibration of wanting the best for all, wanting the best outcome. And just to finish that off, you know, underneath the deck, we have the star. So it's all about healing. And the star very much is like melting of the heart space, because the star is about transparency. When you are transparent, you know how you really feel, other people know how you really feel, and that's how you heal in a way that is very honest and pure and true. And it's not about receiving outcome, it's about being with the energy, being with the moment, and transmuting it into something else. It's that lotus journey, it's the butterfly journey, right? From the caterpillar, like it pupates and then it goes into the butterfly. So that journey of becoming a butterfly, the caterpillar has a really painful journey to become the butterfly. But yeah, I mean, these are just like metaphors. They won't work for everyone, but it's important. The message is the thing that's important. It's not really the metaphor. It's the message is that maybe this is an uncomfortable journey, and maybe you need to go at this alone. And maybe you're having to trust in the dark, or trust where you don't have any answers, where you can't feel your way through, and you have to just kind of have blind faith. But this is where you're at. This is it. It's not necessarily about this being a beautiful journey. I mean, it might not be a beautiful journey, but the process of it is about melting your heart space and opening yourself up so you can start to transform your frequency and experience something new. And I love this card. I just want to reiterate that if you're feeling lost and you have no focus or structure to guide you, relax and let go of the struggle to work things out at this time. In this loose space, new ideas, new ways of being can take form. In this muddy ground, seeds germinate and new growth begins. And that is immersion number 23, which is a 5, which is all about change. Hope you enjoyed.